with the water inside the scene, because we've actually moved it down below the at the very top, we have our, let's see, where did it go? Somewhere in here, our depth volume. Our depth volume actually hits where the water is, so when the player drops below this level, they'll actually hit that spot, killing the player. So what we want to do is actually make it so that the player can make it across. We're going to use a moving platform like the one we have here. I'm just going to push Control D to make a copy of it. And then we'll use the move tool, move the object around. We'll rotate it back to a 90-degree rotation right here. Have it line up with the water that we have. And then based on where the player is, so the player is going to be right here, just so that the player can be aware of, a little bit easier that they'll see it, we'll place it over to the side. Now we don't want to necessarily be this large, because if it's this large, then the objective of it is a little too simple. Player can just simply jump and jump. So we'll scale the actual object down a little bit smaller. So we'll take this, we'll use the scale tool, and we'll just scale the actual shape a little bit smaller here. There we go. So this will create a little bit more of an objective for the player to have to wait for it or be careful while they're jumping. The start and end point on the simple translator, we'll take to 0 and 0. Let's go ahead and move the object back up right here. So the start point, let's go ahead and move this one. We'll move it to the start position right here. And I'm going to do this in the top view just to make sure that I'm getting it correct. We'll take the end view. See if we can grab that one. Might have to get out of ortho. There we go. So we'll grab the end view and we'll move it to the other side. There we go. So now we have a start and end position. Again, remember, go back to your object and do the preview position. So do we want it to go all the way in there? Probably not. We can move the start position a little bit less. So we'll have it where it's closer to that range right there. Let's move this in. Go back to our start. So keep moving it out a little bit further. There we go. So that looks like it's kind of pushing up against the side and then going. Same thing for this one. I keep moving this back until we get to the right spot. So now it'll be a safe step off if the player is just simply walking from one point to the other. So if we were to test this out, it's already set to loop to the ping pong. So now by default, the player automatically won't be able to make it the first time, so they'll have to wait. And they can make it safely across the side. And then onto the other side.